is going to share with us for the C10 speech, steve-c10.
Okay, it's 1999, my first 6th grade dance. There's a disco ball here, and romantic music comes out. My heart will go on. The guys start asking the girls for a dance. Would you like to dance? And I'm over here, just standing here, and then I see the girl across the floor, the girl whom I want to dance with. I'm getting ready, excited. I want to ask her for a dance. So I'm walking towards her, when suddenly a thought hits my mind. Steve, what if she says no? Oh my goodness, if she says no, I'm going to feel really bad. I'm going to feel like a loser. Precious time ticks away. And by the time I finally figure it out, guess what happens?
What?
Someone else.
The song is over! I feel like a loser. Why didn't I ask right away? Gosh. Fellow Toastmasters, do you have the same experience as I have?
No.
Great. Leaving your comfort zone and trying out new things. This was my first time actually wanting to, having the idea of asking a girl for a dance, except I didn't ask. Yes. But today, I'd like to encourage, my goal for my presentation, for my speech today, is to encourage people to try new things and also to leave your comfort zone. Personally, I'm a person who likes to take it easy. I would say a person who's conservative, who likes to just live the way life is without any problems. But what I've learned through life is full of challenges. And my favorite quote is, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Except chocolates.
Yes, chocolates. This quote is from Forrest Gump, and I think it talks about how we don't know, we have many choices, meaning resembling the chocolates. And when we pick at these chocolates and when we finally eat it, then we know, oh, so this is what this choice is like. So I really like this quote because it tells me that life is like an adventure. So I'd like to talk about the first thing I tried out in my life this past year. The first thing was asking my boss for a schedule change.
For prestige.
And when I started my first job here, it was teaching English at Kojian, at a cram school. And my schedule was really bad. I had to work every single night, except Sunday nights. So I wasn't able to go to Toastmasters or play basketball with friends. I had no social life at all. And so I had this idea. I wanted to talk to my boss to see if I can arrange something to at least go back to Toastmasters. But I was really intimidated by my boss. My boss looked like a very mean lady. I assumed she was a mean lady. So I decided to struck up my courage to finally ask her. I was thinking in my head, how should I ask her? Okay, I'll ask her this way. Hi, boss. I like to go to Toastmasters and play basketball. Can you arrange my schedule? No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. That was what I would have said it if I was very naive. But I thought about it more. I had to say it in a very strategic way. So I said this way. Hi, boss. Thank you so much for the opportunity you've given me, teaching here. I really appreciate it. I love the kids. There's this club called Toastmasters Club. It's a speech and leadership enhancement club. And I really think that by attending this club, it can really enhance my teaching skills and perform much better in the classroom. And an amazing thing happened was my boss actually heard about Toastmasters. And she had a great impression about it. So she told me, oh no, she didn't say yes right away, but she said, I'll think about it.
Okay.
And 3 months later, she accepted my offer and arranged my schedule. so I could join Prestige Toastmasters again. Yes, I thought.
Your fault.
But originally, I thought my boss was really mean. But through this experience of trying, I realized she was actually the opposite. Because after that, I've tried so many times, giving her many requests, and she had only rejected me one time. So let's keep it that one time that she rejected me. And I reject 2 or 3, 4, 5 times. So then I moved on. Yeah, I was really excited to join Prestige Toastmasters finally. And I remember when going to that, during that transition period, the VP at that time was Elisa. And suddenly she had this work schedule change and she had to move to Taichung. And so there was this opening for VPE, and Dai Hua, our president, encouraged me to take on that role.
Okay, awesome.
Was I excited to say like, sure, I'll take it? Of course.
Yes.
Oh no, I wasn't actually. I was actually quite hesitant. Yeah, very cautious. You know? I was like, oh man, it's gonna be it's gonna be time consuming and it's a huge commitment. I'm not sure if I can do it. Yeah, but Dai Hua encouraged me. She told me that there are many members who are very supportive to you, and also you can learn a lot. I think support and learn a lot really attracted me to take on that role. And so I did. I gave it a try.
Yeah, you survived.
Yeah, so far so good. And I'm really glad I took on this role and I learned a lot through this experience. I received a lot of mentoring through giving giving speeches, and also how to do a better job as a VP. Yes. And I also was able to make many new friends in the club and also out of the club. So it really felt like I'm a family, a second family, Toastmasters. And the last thing I want to talk about what I tried was probably the thing I'm most proud of, which is joining the jazz band. Yes. One day in March on Facebook, I saw an ad. It said, Taipei Jazz Youth Orchestra is seeking new members for its band. Please audition. When I saw that ad, I was very excited. I wanted to do it right away. Because the last time I joined the jazz band was actually in high school, and that was my golden moment of my high school years. But then there was another part of me pulling me out again. Perhaps it was the pessimistic side of me. It said, Steve, are you good enough? Do you know how to play your scales? And there was also another part that said, Steve, there's a conflict in your work schedule. You work on Tuesdays. You can't do it. So I was really struggling. I wanted to do it, but then yet I felt I couldn't do it, or I wasn't good enough. But then my parents gave me some advice. Steve, just try it. You don't know what's going to happen unless you try. You're already worrying about step 2, but first you have to focus on step 1, which is trying it out. Okay, let's say you get in, then you talk to your boss. My parents made a very good point, I thought. But of course, I have to make this decision myself. Right. And the question I talk to myself sometimes, yes. And the most important question I asked myself was this: Steve, if you don't try out for the jazz band right now, will you regret it for the rest of your life? I thought about that. Yes, I will regret it for the rest of my life. I will. Because there's this feeling of not knowing if I'm good enough that will always hover around my head. Also I have to know. Also, I realized that will I have the opportunity next year or the year before? People get busier and busier, right? So I thought, yeah, maybe I'll get busier going to MBA program next year. Maybe I'll get married. Maybe maybe I'll get busy with work. Something will happen, right? So I realized the time was now. And so I tried out for the band, and amazing thing happened.
What?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, it was just basically a chat with the conductor, and then I played my favorite song, and then he said, "Welcome to the band."
Oh.
Yeah, so I was really happy and excited. And again, the boss was really nice, very accommodating, and she was able to arrange my schedule once again. So my life was very colorful now. I had work, I had Toastmasters, and I had jazz band. Yes. So in conclusion, I encourage everyone to try something new, or step out of your comfort zone. Don't assume something bad will happen. You don't know. By trying, you give yourself an opportunity to succeed. You actually have 50% of success. But if you don't try at all, what's the success rate? 0%. Better to have a chance than not a chance, right? Right. Ding. So I encourage everyone to try something new this year. Toastmasters New Year.